Welcome back to our High Performance Mentality Challenge. Today, we're going to hack your brain in purely good ways, of course. Now, there are parts of your brain that control things like your motivation and your behavior. These parts of the brain have neurons, which are brain cells, that communicate with each other using the neurotransmitter called dopamine. No doubt you've heard of dopamine before, right? Now, by communicating with each other, they're able to process rewards and to motivate behavior. And in neuroscience, this entire system in the brain is called the reward system. Here's a popular example of how your brain makes you behave when it anticipates a reward. Just think about scrolling on social media. Have you ever found yourself just mindlessly scrolling? You're actually not sure what you're looking for. You might even wonder to yourself, why am I still on social media just mindlessly scrolling? And yet, you find that you just continue scrolling. Now, you may not consciously know what your motivation is behind the behavior, but there is an unconscious motivation. It's coming from your brain expecting a reward and wanting its dopamine fix. Now, the reward could have been conditioned into you by previous experience. For example, you've learned, or your brain has learned previously, that scrolling means that you might find something that's going to entertain you, it's going to teach you something new, or maybe even make you feel good about yourself. Now, this is not exclusive to social media. Rewards are found in any place in life, whether it be in sports or relationships or food. And the interesting thing is that we actually feel a lesser sense of reward when something becomes routine or repetitious. We start to feel a little bit bored with it. In other words, when we know exactly what to expect, we actually have less dopamine released by the brain. This is really, really bad news when it comes to success. Because you already know that to be successful, there are certain fundamentals, certain basics, certain habits, routines, things that need to be followed again and again and again in order to build momentum to be successful. But often we become bored with those things. And that's because we start knowing what to expect, and therefore we get lesser dopamine, lesser feeling of reward, and we land up dropping the ball. So the question is, if our goal here is to feel amazing and in flow and in the zone and to reach new levels of success, significance, and satisfaction, how on earth are we supposed to do that if the very things that take us there start feeling less rewarding? Well, the answer is in 2 steps. Number 1 is we hack the brain to be able to turn any mundane, boring, predictable task into one that is a playground where anything is possible, where rewards are just waiting to be discovered. And then number 2 is we apply that skill to the tasks that we find most boring, that we've been putting off, that we've been procrastinating on, but which we know are important to be able to reach that next level in life, to be able to reach our fullest success, significance, satisfaction. When you're able to rewire your brain to do this, your entire experience in life changes. You feel more motivated. You feel like self-discipline is much easier. You feel more engaged in tasks. You're enjoying things more. You're feeling amazing and rewarded all the time, and you're able to achieve more in this way. Can you imagine the limitations you lift off of your life when you're able to train your brain to do this? So right now you might be wondering, Gilan, what is the secret? Well, it's a technique that I like to call stop, drop, and roll. And I'll be introducing it to you in today's mentality training exercise. Enjoy.